My, I was thinking about my grandmother, my great granny that is. I had a connection with her. Still got a connection with her, even though she crossed over. But I was thinking about her, and this morning she sent me a message. Um, she told me don't forget to remind yourself as well as people that you're still human. Uh, she said don't forget to remind people and yourself that you're still human. So what I got from that was you can't be perfect because if you be perfect, all the humans around you gonna hate that you're perfect and they gonna hate you. And I do mean all of them gonna hate you. Uh, and some of them gonna be good at hiding their hate. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be human like them in order for them to not hate themselves so that they can hate you. Because people that hate themselves because they not you. You know, uh, it's more to the saying than being humble. Just because you don't go somewhere and you don't brag about, your accomplishments and everything you know what I'm saying, you obtain and this, then the third. And when people give you compliments and things, you know what I'm saying, and you just kind of real, you know what I'm saying, cool about it, that don't mean that you humble. You know what I'm saying? Because, I was once a person that used to do that and I was just doing it just so they couldn't get a reaction. So they couldn't get the reaction that they was expecting. You know what I'm saying? You know, my thing is reminding others of what they're good at too. You know what I'm saying? So they don't get too lost into studying me. I want people to become themselves, so I let people know I like things about them. You know what I'm saying? It's some qualities that they have that I don't have. So when I compare and contrast, I always compare, you know what I'm saying, where they better than me at versus where I'm better than them at. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to tell them, you know what I'm saying, or remind them what I'm better than them at because now it's gonna look like I'm trying to throw it in their face. You know what I'm saying? It's not to them, to their ego. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like I'm trying to stun on them. You know what I'm saying? Because they already reminding themselves every day. If there's some behavior that I'm displaying that they admire and it's inspiring, you know what I'm saying? They goal would have been set. So I shouldn't have to remind them, anything about me because they studying me. I'm not really studying them. You know what I'm saying? I'm observing them, but I'm not really studying them. I don't have to study them like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I keep an eye on them here and there. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I gotta let them grow. Cause if I'm always watching them, man, I ain't gonna never see them grow. You know what I'm saying? So you know, things grow when you're not looking. You feel me? And I'm speaking that from, what I'm saying, my wisdom. I grew when nobody was looking. I didn't grow when everybody was looking. So I understand why uh, a lot of the people around me weren't looking. They weren't supposed to be looking because I had to grow. And God made sure they seen me, but God made sure at the same time that they didn't always, have an eye on me. So, you know what I'm saying? I like that. It's some people here that do watch you, more than others. You know what I'm saying? And I'm appreciative of them too. But like I said, when it comes to those people that watch me, I don't need to remind them about me. You know what I'm saying? Not intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I know sometimes, man, I get on here and I be in my ego. I be in character. So, like I said. But at the same time, I got balance in my world, so I ain't never getting too lost in the character. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never getting lost in my identity to the point to where I forget who I truly am. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my character can say a lot of things, but the man gonna always say what's on his mind and what's in his heart. You know what I'm saying? So if you have yet to figure out how to distinguish between the man and the character, then you won't understand me. And I ain't speaking on particularly me. I'm speaking as in me. If you're picking up my language, you'll never understand me. You know what I'm saying? You'll never understand who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because who I am and me, I always change. You know what I'm saying? I always change me. You know what I'm saying? Who I am is never the same. So I ain't never the same person. You feel me? So you know, like I said, bro, you got to be aware and you got to be mindful that you need to be watching your own self. You know what I'm saying? More than you watching anything outside of you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to study somebody, study yourself. So that way I won't have to remind you. You know what I'm saying? Of who you are. You know, sometimes we might forget, but I don't want to have to constantly remind you who you are. Because now it's kind of like I got to keep telling you who you are and who you need to be. Furthermore, they let me know you ain't thinking. Furthermore, they let me know I can't trust you. Because at any minute, if any other outside influence come in that's working against me and they start telling you who you are, you're going to believe them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to believe them. Then you're going to start working against me because they're going to start telling you who I am. They're going to start telling you who I am. And you're going to start believing them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start believing them. And that's where we going to have a problem. So, like I said, don't forget that you're human. Like right then, I just got human. It's that easy. But you got to remind yourself that you're human. So there's certain things you do that so you don't judge yourself. So others don't look at you as you think you're above them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, you got to have enough compassion for people to let them have certain battles. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them, especially if the battle is nothing that's going to be conquered for it. Why sit back and argue with a person about their belief? Why sit back and argue with a person or go back and forth and get lost in this game with somebody over something small? What is there to gain from that? I gotta win every time just so I can feel like a winner? No, I feel like a winner sometimes when I let people make it. I know I'm winning because they losing. You know why they losing? Because when they realize that I let them win, they can't celebrate the victory like that because I let them win. It was sometimes I got into some fights where I let some niggas have it. You know what I'm saying? I gave them some discipline, but I let them have it. You know why? Because I had a heart for them. Because I seen they ain't have a soul. Because I seen that, you know what? I'm the only hope this little nigga got. I ain't finna let him mess me up. I ain't finna let him do that. I'm gonna let him tire himself out. And I'm gonna make it look like he won. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lead this fight like he won, but deep down, me and him know who really won. It's kind of like on biker boards when Smoke let out the acceleration right before the finish line to let Kid pass him. This new to them. I've been walking like this. So you got to let somebody else feel like, you know what I'm saying? Vin Diesel did it for Paul Walker when he let him win that race. Sometimes, man, you got to let some people win the race. That's what a part of being human is about. That's humility. You know what I'm saying? That's humility right there. You know what I'm saying? That's me letting you show yourself that you can do it if you want to. Somebody else gonna show you that you really not who you are. And that's usually how it happened. In my life, somebody else showed them, hey, you really ain't who you think you are. But I gave you that amplification that you need to go out here to even walk with. Nigga, I'm the odds around here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the odds didn't give them superpowers. The odds reminded them what they already had in them and what they could do. You did, church.